Let's get one thing straight. Fentanyl is a killer. This isn't a game. It's a potent synthetic opioid that is 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine. Just a few milligrams can be lethal. The danger it poses is real and immediate. It's not just about the users, it's about the families, the friends, and the communities that are torn apart by its deadly grip. This is about life and death. Every day, emergency rooms across the country are filled with people who have overdosed on fentanyl. Medical teams are fighting to save lives, but often it's too late. The grief and pain experienced by families who lose loved ones to this drug are immeasurable. The ripple effect of one overdose can devastate an entire community. In Texas, we're not messing around. Our state has taken a firm stance against fentanyl. Law enforcement agencies are working tirelessly to crack down on its distribution. The message is clear. If you're involved in the trafficking or distribution of fentanyl, you will be caught, and you will face the full force of the law. We're done with the devastation fentanyl has brought to our communities. We've seen too many lives lost, too many families shattered. The empty playgrounds and the silent vigils are a stark reminder of the lives that could have been. We owe it to our children and our future to put an end to this epidemic. If you're caught dealing this poison, the consequences will be severe. The justice system is not lenient when it comes to fentanyl. Dealers and traffickers are being handed down harsh sentences. The goal is not just to punish, but to deter others from getting involved in this deadly trade. This isn't about scaring you, it's about protecting people. Education and awareness are key components in this fight. Communities are coming together to educate their members about the dangers of fentanyl. Parents are having difficult but necessary conversations with their children. Knowledge is power, and by spreading awareness, we can prevent more lives from being lost. It's about sending a clear message. Fentanyl destroys lives, and we will not tolerate those who profit from its distribution. The memorials and vigils are a testament to the lives lost, but they also serve as a rallying cry for action. Law enforcement, community leaders, and citizens are united in their resolve to combat this crisis. The law is clear, the stakes are high, and the time for excuses is over. The judicial system is taking a hard stance, ensuring that those who choose to deal in fentanyl face the maximum penalties. This is a fight for our future, for the safety and well-being of our communities. We must remain vigilant, proactive, and united in our efforts to eradicate this deadly threat. Texas House. Bill 6 is our line in the sand. This bill represents a significant step in our ongoing battle against the opioid crisis, particularly the devastating impact of fentanyl. The Texas legislature has taken a firm stance, drawing a definitive line that aims to protect our communities and save lives. Passed in 2023, this law went into effect on September 1st, 2023. The legislative process was rigorous, involving numerous debates, expert testimonies, and heartfelt pleas from families affected by this crisis. The urgency of the situation demanded swift action, and our lawmakers responded with a sense of duty and responsibility. It sends a clear message. Fentanyl distribution will be met with the full force of the law. Law enforcement agencies across the state are now equipped with the legal backing to crack down on those who peddle this deadly substance. The penalties are severe, reflecting the gravity of the crime and the harm it causes to individuals and families. And we're calling it what it is, poisoning. This terminology shift is crucial. By labeling fentanyl-related deaths as poisonings, we underscore the malicious intent behind the distribution of this drug. It's not just a matter of misuse or accidental overdose. It's a deliberate act of harm. When someone dies from fentanyl, it's not an overdose, it's poisoning. This distinction is important for the families who have lost loved ones. It acknowledges the true nature of their loss and the criminality behind it. Vigils and memorials across the state serve as somber reminders of the lives cut short by this epidemic. This law makes that distinction clear. Legal documents now reflect this change, providing a framework for prosecutors to pursue charges that accurately represent the severity of the crime. This clarity in the law helps ensure that justice is served and that those responsible are held accountable. We're not sugarcoating the deadly consequences of this drug. We're facing it head-on. Community leaders, law enforcement, and public health officials are united in this effort. They are working tirelessly to educate the public, enforce the law, and provide support to those affected. This comprehensive approach is essential in turning the tide against the fentanyl crisis. Beyond enforcement, There is a strong emphasis on prevention and rehabilitation. Community outreach programs are being expanded to educate people about the dangers of fentanyl. Rehabilitation centers are receiving more funding to help those struggling with addiction. Support groups are growing, offering a lifeline to families and individuals in need. Education is a key component of this strategy. Schools are incorporating drug awareness programs into their curricula, ensuring that young people understand the risks associated with fentanyl. Public service announcements are being broadcasted to reach a wider audience. Health professionals are actively engaging with communities to spread awareness and provide resources. The fight against fentanyl is a community effort. Volunteers are stepping up to support initiatives. Fundraising events are being organized to provide additional resources, and local businesses are joining the cause. This collective action is vital in creating a resilient and informed community that can stand strong against the threat of fentanyl. Texas House. Bill 6 is more than just a law. It's a commitment to safeguarding our future. It's a promise to the people of Texas that we will not stand idly by while this crisis ravages our communities. Together, we are drawing a line in the sand and taking a stand for a safer, healthier future. If you provide fentanyl to someone and they die, be prepared to face the consequences. Texas House Bill 6 allows prosecutors to charge you with murder. That's right, murder. This isn't a slap on the wrist. This is a life-altering charge that carries serious prison time. You will be held accountable for the death you caused. The message is clear. If you deal fentanyl and someone dies, you could be facing a murder charge. Possessing any amount of fentanyl is a serious offense in Texas. The state has some of the strictest drug laws in the country, and fentanyl is no exception. This potent synthetic opioid is responsible for a significant number of overdose deaths, and the authorities are cracking down hard on its possession and distribution. The penalties are stiff, and they increase depending on the amount you have. The legal system in Texas takes a zero-tolerance approach to fentanyl, reflecting the drug's dangerous nature and the public health crisis it has caused. Judges have little leeway in these cases, and sentences are often severe. Less than 1 gram can land you in prison for up to 2 years. Even a tiny amount, enough to fit on the tip of a pencil, can result in a felony charge. This is because fentanyl is incredibly potent, with just a few milligrams being enough to cause a fatal overdose. The law aims to deter even the smallest possession to prevent potential tragedies. Between 1 and 4 grams, that's 2 to 10 years. This range covers amounts that could be considered for personal use or small-scale distribution. The courts view this as a serious offense, reflecting the potential harm that even a few grams of fentanyl can cause. The goal is to remove these dangerous substances from the streets and to send a strong message to those who might consider dealing in them. Over 4, but less than 200 grams, you're looking at up to 20 years. This is where the penalties start to reflect large-scale distribution. Such quantities suggest an intent to distribute, which the law treats with the utmost severity. The impact of such an amount of fentanyl on a community can be devastating, leading to numerous overdoses and deaths. And if you're caught with over 200 grams, you could spend the rest of your life behind bars. This is a life sentence reflecting the extreme danger posed by such a large quantity of fentanyl. The law aims to incapacitate those who would distribute such deadly amounts, ensuring they cannot continue to harm society. The law is clear. Possessing fentanyl, no matter the amount, carries severe penalties. The message is unambiguous. Texas will not tolerate the possession or distribution of this deadly drug. The legal system is designed to protect the public from the dangers of fentanyl, and those who break the law will face the full force of the justice system. The hope is that these harsh penalties will serve as a deterrent, reducing the availability of fentanyl and ultimately saving lives. Fentanyl poisoning, calling it what it is. We're not mincing words here. Deaths caused by fentanyl will be accurately labeled as fentanyl poisoning on death certificates. This isn't just semantics, it's about accurately reflecting the cause of death and holding those who distribute this poison accountable. The truth matters. And the truth is, fentanyl is a poison that's taking lives. Ignorance is not a defense. Know what you carry. Don't even try to claim you didn't know what you were carrying. Ignorance is not a defense in the eyes of the law. If you're caught with fentanyl, you will be held responsible, regardless of whether you knew it was laced into another drug or not. The responsibility rests on you to know what you possess. No excuses. No leniency, no excuses, the harsh reality. Texas House Bill 6 is tough because fentanyl is a tough problem. We're not offering leniency or second chances when it comes to this deadly drug. The consequences of distributing fentanyl are severe, and the law reflects that. We're serious about getting this poison off our streets and protecting our communities. The message is clear. If you deal fentanyl, you will face the full weight of the law. Your future, your choice. Understand the stakes. The bottom line is this. Distributing fentanyl is playing with fire. The stakes are incredibly high and the consequences are life-altering. You have a choice to make. Choose wisely. Understand the law, understand the risks, and understand that fentanyl has no place in our communities. Your future depends on it. Please like, follow, and subscribe for more content.